Do y'all know what this is? Psych. Do y'all know what this is? Psych. I'm not gonna bite it raw, but it's delicious cooked. It is a turnip. So today I'm gonna show you a quick recipe for turnip greens. So I'm gonna move you a little bit closer here. So the greens, the way it grows in the garden, this is a root vegetable. It grows underneath the ground. The roots stick out the bottom, and the top portion grows above ground and becomes these beautiful leafy greens. And these are turnip greens. You see on there, turnip greens. And these are the actual turnips. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to pick what they call pick greens or whatever, peel, whatever your family uses, the greens, and then I'm going to wash them and come back. So basically I'm gonna show you one or two. You basically take the leaf, you check it, make sure there's no wormholes, no bugs hiding between, and you fold it back in half and you remove this stem. That's the part you don't want. So you're left with a beautiful leaf. So again, you check both sides of the leaf and you pull the stem out. So because this part of the cooking is so exciting, and I know you want to watch every bit of it, but I'm not going to waste your time watching me pick greens. I'm going to pick them, wash them, and then I'll be right back. So I wanted to tell you guys while I'm thinking about this, the difference between the types of greens, in case this is your first time having greens, or if you've had them but you didn't know the differences between them. So there's so many type of greens out there. But the main, when you think of soul food, the main ones you think of are collard greens, turnip greens, and mustard greens. Again, these are turnip greens. Collards are much bigger, thicker, heavier leaf. It also has a slightly milder flavor. Turnips are kind of in the middle of the turnip. This turnip leaf is kind of in the middle, bitter-wise, as far as the mustard and the collards. Mustard greens have a little more sharpness or bitterness to them, which is another reason why we don't want the stems, because the stems can be bitter. So sometimes they are also stringy. We don't want those. But that's why I like the turnip green, because it's cooks a lot faster. You can also stir fry some collards. You just have to stir fry them a little bit longer, but these will be nice and quick because they're thin and tender. So they're not as soft as like a spinach, you know, leaf that kind of wilts away. They do wilt down, but not quite that soft. And of course, none of this goes to waste. All of my stems over here, I'm gonna show you these, will go to the animals. They all love it. I'll dice some up and give it to the chickens and the emus. And then we'll have some of the stems for the pigs, the goats. Everybody gets, oh, the tortoises. Don't forget the tortoises. They love greens too. They're a good source of iron, antioxidants, vitamin C, all of those things. So I'm doing 4 bunches today, and they're pretty good sized bunches. And it looks like I have a lot, but these will cook down a lot. Those that have cooked greens before know, don't let the leafiness fool you. All right, so here we are. I am heating up the infamous cast iron skillet. I'm gonna have to get me a new one, a bigger one. I'm adding a little olive oil to it. I'm kind of heavy pouring it because we are sauteing. All right, that's what we're doing. I'm going to show you here. It's not that much. It coats the bottom. That's about all it's doing. Okay, so while that's heating up, back to our turnips. Now, you can peel these with a vegetable peeler. I choose not to peel mine. I basically cut off the bottom and cut off the top, and then I dice it up. I think I'm gonna need a better knife though. But yeah, so also these tops and bottoms will also go to the animals. Nothing goes to waste. So I cut them off, and then I will, I'll go with this knife for now. I will give them a wash, and then I'm gonna dice them up, skin and all, to about, I don't know, I'll show you the size, maybe 1/2 inch. Okay, so the oil gets hot fast, as you can imagine. So what I'm gonna add first to the oil here, I have some roughly chopped garlic. I don't remember how many cloves this was. Probably about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 tablespoons of garlic. I have 1 small diced red onion. One small diced white onion. I like the 2 different onions because one has a bite and one is more sweet. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Alright, I'm going to stir fry this a little bit. Let those onions cook up. I'm going to turn my eye down to a medium high. Finish dicing my turnip over here. But basically I'm going to cut it about that wide, and then I'm going to cut it this way and then again that way. Or you can leave them long. It depends on how much you like the texture and flavor of the turnip. So you can cut them as big or as small as you like. I'm thinking I'm going to leave mine a little bit bigger, just because I personally like to pick those out with my fork. So, see? Small potatoes, I don't know. What do you think about that size? Waiting on my onions to get done. Then after they're done, I'm going to throw in my turnips and start sauteing those until ready to get added. Once I get all these in, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. And then I want to cook until these are just about tender. Because it won't take the actual green part very long to cook. Seasoning. Okay, so like most things, seasonings are to taste. So I'm going to add a little bit of the Himalayan salt. I am going to add some regular coarse ground black pepper. And a little bit of Lori seasoned salt. And now the main thing I'm going to need to do is wait for these to get more done. They're still kind of hard like an apple or a potato. So I want to cover this so that it might cook a little bit faster. And I'm just going to add probably a 1/4 cup of water to help it steam out. I'm going to turn it back up on high before I do that. And I'm going to steam that for about 6 minutes. Alrighty. It's done steaming. I am going to add a little bit more water. Just a little bit to kind of glaze it off of the bottom of the pan. But now the turnips are tender. Alright, so now that that's ready, I'm ready to do my greens. So the greens, you can do it either 2 ways. You can hand tear, if you just kind of twist and tear to your own liking, like this. Or you can cut it. To cut it, I just take a bit and I ball it up and run my knife through it. Either way, doesn't have to be small pieces because this does wilt down. As you see, I have this big pot and it's going to all fit in here and cook down. So I usually just hand tear it. Add a little bit of water over it and stir it in or fold it. You can see how it's shrinking already, the greens are. Now add a little more. And keep going until I have all of my 4 bunches in here. Oops, dropped one. And do the same thing. Just kind of keep stirring them in, and they'll keep shrinking down. I personally love my hot chili peppers, and these are kind of the same, just I think the Spanish version, the chilitos, and I like to add some of these as well as the juice into my greens, because you guys know how I am about spicy stuff, right? You guys know how I am. So I'm gonna cut off the ends. Get off the ends. Alright. And then these, I'm just gonna slice them up a little bit like that. Rough slice, seeds and all. Rough slice. I'm going to add those in. And I'm going to probably add about a 1/4 cup of the juice, the vinegar part, in as well. So like I said, the vinegar kind of cuts back some of the slightly bitter taste. I like the spicy vinegar over apple cider vinegar. If you don't like spicy, use the apple cider vinegar. All right, so basically, these are done. Time to serve. Some people like their greens a little more tender. All you do is cook for about another 5 minutes if you like it more tender. All right, I'm ready to serve this up and have a bowl. Turn it off. All right, look at that. Got some peppers. There's some, you can see this turnip is falling apart here. I can't really tell you what a turnip tastes like. It's something you'll have to taste for yourself. The texture is kind of potato-like, but it's more of a can't explain it. It tastes like a turnip. But these are delicious with my little chili pepper. I dropped my chili pepper. There's one. Delicious. Full of vitamins, iron, antioxidants. And deliciousness. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I say try it. If it's a little strong for you, a way to kind of mellow that turnip flavor is to put some fresh chopped, dice some tomatoes or slice some avocado and put that on top, and it kind of cools the vinegary strongness of the turnip green. All right, y'all, I'm about to go sit down with this bowl. I'll see y'all later. Bye.